This is a weapons check line. SiliCon. We're here.
Welcome to SiliCon 2022.
It's definitely silly, I'll say that much.
Social energy here. Cons are all about community, about celebrating, letting our Greek flag fly. Our hobbies are weird and we wear them out loud. Our hobbies are really weird and we still wear them out loud. Thank you guys so much for coming, so much for dressing up and representing. Thank you so much. And this is the Makers Con. We're going to share all of our techniques and our tricks and pass them on. That's how culture works. Thank you guys for joining us. We're going to have such an amazing couple of days. And shall we set the ribbon? Yes, we have a ribbon.
Where is he?
I have money.
All right.
I have money. Somebody else has the time.
Christopher Lloyd.
I can't see.
Can I tell you, as this camera.
Try to get a little closer.
SiliCon opens in 3, 2, 1. Wow, I'm usually about to blow something up. So sorry for the cold shower. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1.
Yes, grief. Yeah, the beer machine doesn't have. We need to get shit-faced and blasted.
All right.
Welcome to
SiliCon 2020.
SiliCon 2022, and South Cat and Marx cards are in the building.
They are.
Elvis has not left the building. Elvis is here. Run now.
Because he died on the tour.
He died on the ship. We are in Calcatville. Now let's see. Oh my goodness. Guys, and it's like, yeah, you can't actually, you'd have to buy the sword and then pack it up and not take it out and leave it out of the in your car, I guess, or something. I was wondering about that.
Well, that's assuming they're sharpened. I think if they're not sharpened, then they don't count as well.
Well, you can still bludgeon somebody. Hey, hey. that's kind of, oh, are they like they'll make a Muppet for you?
I have no idea.
That's actually really cool. Bad idea. Neat. Is it all animatronic inside and stuff? And it's like, like his mouth is? That's cool. It's like it's an alien. That is cool and weird. It's like a furry Lovecraftian version of the evil Tribble Queen from the story. Wow, I love it. Yeah, I love this.
That is cool.
It is so weird. It is awesome in every way. Oh my god, that's so cool. Well, it's like a movie version of the Tribble thing, but like done with like practical effects. This is cool. It's not the Tribble thing, but it's like it. Anyway. But the Tribble Queen was brown. Still works.
So this is going to be where, and they've got the schedule there like throughout the day and all day tomorrow. People are going to be showing like how to
build stuff.
Stuff. And so check this out. Pan over to these. They actually have these workstations set up so you
that's
can follow
actually
along.
really cool. That's cool. Probably some hacks. That's really cool. And you can build craft.
So what I was thinking would be cool is if you just put your camera lens like, right up to where this glue stick is.
And then it'll be really good.
That's cool.
Mannequin A. Mannequin A. That's going to get flagged on YouTube.
Yeah.
That's too much work, I'm lazy.
No, I had a clone. I did not. Cool, yeah, I'll have the background in a little bit. There's going to be a bunch of Ghostbusters here, I think.
So the old shopper at Wonderland. Like a shift dress. Yeah, exactly. So it's actually
I'm all set, thank you.
That's really cool. It's like an alien.
My wife is going to...
I guess just. Oh, that's is that the claw hand from Hellboy?
Yeah, that's Hellboy.
But then there's the mask.
I'm not sure who the chainsaw face is.
That's killer.
I appreciate it. All I need is a bag of sand now.
Evil Dead, the remake, maybe?
I'm going to try to tackle...
TV series?
Some art materials. They probably use those. It's really great. It's one of the key substrates.
Prismacolors.
Oh, dirty pictures.
And the inevitable Sharpie.
Oh, it's like the, it's like that video, not picture. I think some picture. These are like little, they're called something. They've got a name.
They do, and I'm so out of the loop, I don't even know what it is.
It's like that they didn't know what Funko Pops were for like 3 years, even though it was written on the box. What are the little bubble things? I don't understand. Well, they are bobbleheads.
And now we
They're
come
more
to the
aggressive.
thirsty section.
Anime girls, various kinds.
Yep. That's been a thing since most of you kids watching at home were even born.
Anime. Oh yeah, anime girls. That's the thing from like way back.
Another one of these chainsaw through the head things. So it's just like a thing.
Hands up. Not the uphill left in the land. And there, not that. Okay.
You know, I'll fix that.
Better hit. You know, and I'll fix that. You know, blitz. That's a little bit. Yeah, but don't room is next to her. I don't know. We're almost there. I don't know how I'm festival one is. Everything is easy. How you doing, Valerie? I'm not knowing. No, I'm that's what we're messing up. But that's the one I go still. I still it. I shouldn't do that. I got bad girls on my house. I sit in the midst of them. Hey, we're really didn't go eat it. I made a lot of what else is there on?
Because the parts are all like pretty much set.
Go look up the Horror Geek and see what the recent poultry was. I can't remember. What is it? Nice. I couldn't do anything with that, but it is funny. See what do they have here? It'll set off the YouTube algorithm.
Yeah, dude, your
No,
bro
you
one's
can't
cool,
show
but
pictures of
that
food.
one's cool.
Like fake food.
Excuse us, yo.
I want to scope out everything before I buy anything.
Of course.
There's a lot of Pokemon. I know what Pokemon is.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's been around for like 35 years.
I know what Pokemon is. Yeah, that's Pokemon. I know what that is.
Scene from Star Wars.
That guy had autism. So did Elon Musk. Elon Musk is actually OCD. He thinks he is, but no, he's OCD.
Hi, this is Adam Savage, and welcome to SiliCon with me, Adam Savage.
Oh, Potter boy. How Harry. It's I know Harry Potter, you know what that is. Yeah. and then screw the signature. Hello,
Join me in Hall 220A, the Grand Ballroom, as I talk live with Mission Commander Chell Lindgren, an astronaut on the International Space Station. Panel will be starting directly after my discussion with Jonathan Knowles, which starts at 11 in the same room.
I don't know where 220 is. Let's see. Fortunately, I have this handy.
That would be
dandy-
interesting, but when is, what time is it?
Let's find out.
Robotics and 3D sculpting. In the neighboring Makerverse Academy, sign up for skill building, make and take workshops on everything from embroidery to wood turning. Let's create the improbable.
Oh.
Look at these are cool. See this one? Yeah, that's really neat. Let me know if you have questions.
Did you make all this stuff? Yeah. I don't know. Just like little wallets or things. Or... Tiger. Oh, yeah. Good cat. Good cat. Yeah.
Yeah, bud.
Hall 220 is the Grand Ballroom. 220A. Yeah, we're in the wrong part of the building if we wanted to do that.
So what time is? Oh, hello. That's cool. Oh. Yeah, the steel mushroom's a little. Where did he go? Smaller than the other. Triple balls. Where'd he go? He's disappeared. Well, I don't own it.
Okay, thank you. Okay, you're up 5 for 20.
Those like terracotta Lego figures.
Two more, baby. Yeah, you get 3, you get 2 more with $20.
Armies.
What did you get Mandalorian?
Lloyd and Gerrold.
Okay, come right here.
Everybody.
Mandalorian here.
Funko Pops.
What? Which one?
I have lots.
There's your Funko Pop.
I have lots of them. They're all little conventions. They're kind of pricey.
Yeah, they actually know what the collectible is.
No.
Right.
Oh, that is bad. Look at that. The artwork is okay. It's not Lidfeld. It's definitely not Lidfeld. Well, that might be something. His hands are all funky looking. That probably is. Yeah. It's more of a seller trade thing than that. Yeah.
So there's 2 versions.
Yeah, this particular place is more of a.
If they trick me,
It's
so I
less
ordered
like
back in
Fanime,
May,
and it's not as much anime stuff, but it's
Then they offered the glow in the dark in June. I was like,
it's
you jerk.
kind of everything. Jack of all trades.
Wait a minute.
It's the
like
same
Big
price.
Wow was.
It's like, you gotta be kidding me.
It's a lot like Big Wow was.
We have a flyer for their
Time and Stop Lewis. Yes, mini DeLorean. Over a week, we got the beach. Christmas. No, I don't know. I don't know what. Yeah, that's how girls. This is. Alright, it's a master. Yeah. There's the Fox one.
My t-shirt designs are in these books right up there too.
That's the shirt store. There's the famous Zero Fox shirt. Parts cards. Another one. Oh yeah, and it didn't. The tested lab. It's a lab of Strasbourg, the metal shot. It's an even head of his enemies. As you can see, it's been passing through time, and it went to medieval times, and now it's in the future.
That's
Yeah. This is going to be the Adam Savage film. And there's music playing. Got away.
Now, what happens if you just pull that little magnetic thing off the top?
It just booted into orbit.
Whoa.
I think so, yeah. Venom and Carnage. I think it's Carnage. That's cool though. Never saw the Carnage movie.
It really wasn't.
Wally. Hello Kitty Halo. Nice. I love it. We're gonna go look at the front of that. Yes. The convention. I have to go in and find the shirt.
I gotta pee.
Something. Holy crap.
You probably should have been, but it was too crappy to see.
That would be cool if it looked like that, though. Seriously.
Workshop back, so we went to the apartment basement one instead.
No, that cover is cool. No, it's make that color. Oh, here.
That's awesome.
Get away from her, bitch.
Okay. Looks like we found comic alley here.
So, let's see your con stash.
Okay.
Buster Brown.
Such as it is.
So con stash, you beast. Gotta get out the shit.
All right. So mostly what I've been doing here is t-shirts, but I could not resist Space Cat sticker.
And I have that, yeah.
Comes with a Velociraptor on the back of it.
That's a separate stick.
Speaking of dinosaurs, got myself a swag new mouse pad.
It makes me come.
That's the idea.
Oh.
Okay.
In outer space.
Yeah, well, that's what they should have done.
And since there's no music playing, this could go up on YouTube. Okay, so we have.
All right, I guess I gotta bust into these here.
If you want to.
It's not like I'm devaluing the packaging. All right.
This is what he does now. He gets the shirts and puts them out and wears them on the set of the new studio. And here we have a
Love
kitty.
the design.
It's a bear.
It's a crow.
It's a
Possibly
crow.
A raven.
It could be a crow or a raven.
Yep.
If the tail is really pointy and long, it's a raven.
Well, the beak is sort of chonky, so I would guess it's a raven.
It's a raven. Tail is also pointy. It's a raven. And here we have a commentary from here.
Wow. The artist is Toxic Grove, by the way. Shout out.
Well, I had the artist was Toxic Grove, so I had to.
Yeah, I'm just glad that's over there.
Toxic smell.
I'm glad that's over there. All right.
Oh shit.
Also from Toxic Grove. Thought this was a really cool design. And it even comes in big chungus size, which is me anymore.
It was almost in a large, one XL. And the characters aren't from Courage the Cowardly Dog, but they kind of reminiscent.
So, I mean, really,
yeah.
I'm honestly not sure if these are from something. This is what happens. Like, I'll buy this thinking,
reminiscent.
what an awesome design. And then sure enough, it'll be from something, and I'll be wearing this. And somebody's going to come running up to me and be like,
oh, what a cool...
Oh my God, Purple Umbrella, you're a fan? And I'll be like, what the hell is Purple Umbrella? And they'll be like, oh, you're wearing the shirt. I have no idea what this is from. If I get any vibe from this at all, it's from Night in the Woods, which is a classic PC game from a couple years back. Too. But this isn't actually from that. It's just the vibe kind of reminds me of it. Let's see. What else we got in Magic?
Magical discs, bricks, child. I got Chubalapa over here behind me making all kinds of noises. It's a good thing
All right.
nobody's offended
So
at that.
from the same studio that did the I Give Zero Fox shirt. That,
Do you know the name of the
Cal
studio?
got me last time around. So here's Anxiety Coon. We can all relate.
Raccoon, yeah. Raccoon. Sure, it is kind of cool.
This is my happy place. You're dying of the COVID, I can see.
Yeah. No, I'm not dying.
And this was a buy four, get one free shirt day, so there was no way I wasn't going to get this one.
It's a deer.
Well, it's a dragon.
That's right.
Playing Dungeons and Dragons.
That's nice.
I simply could not say no to that. Beautiful design. Let's see. What else we got in the bag of goodies? A couple more shirts. It's kind of covered up a little. It says, I'm not procrastinating, I'm doing side quests.
That's a funny one. Now, I always do side quests. Like the Vaseline and shit.
That could be achievement unlocked. Okay, and then this one is actually going to be a gift, so I intend. It's, again, the text is a little covered up. It says, relax a lot.
His shirt. Another shirt with a little...
His axolotls are so trendy right now. So. But actually, that's an adorable design, and I could not resist.
Is that for your sister?
That is for my sister. So I intend. So, yeah, that's pretty much the only other thing I've bought today, other than a humongous brick of Rice Krispie Square from hell, was a big old honking plate of nachos that was... Here's nachos that you could eat. Paled in comparison to the monster donkey wiener of a burrito that you got.
You don't get rid of
thing.
It was as big as Chubalava's
It
dick.
looked like it weighed about 3 pounds.
I only ate half of it. And that's all I had to say. That's what he said about the Chubalava.
That's what he said about the donkey wiener. Either I'm killing him or COVID is.
No, I ain't got COVID. It's the COVID. People getting liquor.
Oh yeah, and I got a little space cat.
You got it reversed.
That's probably a business card.
You can't. It's reversed. You can't see it. Where's the? You didn't get the space cat now.
I didn't get the space cat. I got the space cat sticker, but I could not resist.
I may have to go back for that. Come swag. I've got it on record right now.
Yeah. Give me a second.
I can turn it off.
Protection in a car.
Always wear protection.
Always wear protection. So
And
that
down there, too.
every part of me is wearing triple latex in ways that you haven't dared to imagine. But anyway, now let's see what kind of business you've been picking up here.
Business breaks out of chicken out. Shut it down. Anyway, so.
I got this cool like industrial background. It looks like we're in some kind of a warehouse or something.
This is my new studio.
It really looks. Let me just pan over so we can actually see that we're actually at a con. Oh my God.
I make myself laugh. Do you remember the name of that shirt place? Over there.
The Zero Fox shirts, they're called Tea Turtle, I think?
Tea Turtle. It's a wonderful little spot in the universe. Where's this guy?
Yeah.
No. We have several pictures of there's a phony baloney captain's chair over there, so we were sitting at that.
Yeah, it wasn't quite as immersive or cool as like the Star Trek Experience one, but it was
Or
really
the
cool.
one at the Star Trek tour, which was really cool too.
Was it worth $10 for a photo? I don't know, but it was.
Star Trek tour was 50, but it was
Yeah, upside down space cat.
and he has a cat that looks like this.
That actually looks like our space cat.
Space cat. The cat from the future. The future of space. And Red Letter Media knows about our character parodies of them in Chimera. So and David Gerrold is here. So I mentioned it. He didn't care. But at
Not
least
really.
because it was animated action figures. He's like, well, I thought it was live action. No, we couldn't afford live action, Mr. Gerrold. Well, don't call me Mr. Gerrold, call me David. Anyway, so
So let's see what's in the bag of goodies.
he did have some other Star Trek books and things I might get tomorrow.
Oh yeah, see
But,
now this is cool. I'm
Now,
not
Mike
getting
and
rid
Rich
of this yet.
over at Red Letter
Oh.
Media noted that we did a parody of them and did not forget to include Jay in it. So the next time they show up, Jay will be in it. Under a pseudonym, probably Jay Birdham instead of Bonham. Anyway, Jay Birdham.
Check out Amazon's cloud gaming service at booth number 503. And while you're
Dating
there,
service.
check out some games you can play.
Dating service, let's go get me. No, we aren't going to get into it.
We're not getting any of
No,
that.
I've been over to that turtle t-shirt place too.
Yep.
I'm going to lay each
It's a
other.
little covered up. Right now it says, I have no what I'm,
I have no idea what I'm doing.
but yes, that's what it actually says. Yeah, that's
So
a
they
cool
were at
one.
Fanime last time, so T-Turtle shirts. We're not a sponsor. Hold on,
Play a game with Alexa or check out Amazon Luna, Amazon's cloud gaming service.
The ears blew away at the end of Fanime.
Oh yeah.
So, and they're blowing away again.
Yeah, you're not having a lot of luck with those ears.
And where's the other one?
Uh-oh. The ear go bye-bye already?
Oh,
Your
shit.
bag deployed all over the ground. we haven't even left the con yet.
My ears are in my ear bag. Oh, shit.
We found the Pocky though. And here's the dignified Captain Dumpster
Her tail.
finding a bag of cat parts.
Here is a
Oh
mint
yeah, see now this is cool.
peppermint tribble,
You got to show the tag.
and and it's signed.
It is
by
actually
David
signed
Gerrold.
by David Gerrold.
And it's a granddaughter. But he has his son, I guess autistic or something, so it's a partial child. So we have, he managed to get a kid though. We got married. Anyway, so we have the trouble. And the gag would be that if we have a Mike parody, a Rich parody, and we want a Jay parody, that when he shows up, he tries to make a Triple Fleet clone, this thing. And it's actually not evil. That would be the joke. It's not. And they want it to be evil, but it won't. Oh, I'm a sweet Tribble. I don't do anything wrong. That's funnier. Subverting expectations. Let's see. There's one of these.
So we found some of the cat parts.
I actually lost an ear already.
Ah, just like Van Gogh.
What the hell?
How did you manage to lose an ear already?
It was in the bag. What the hell? No.
I didn't even leave the con yet.
I didn't even leave the con yet. I got like one fucking ear. What the hell? It's gotta be in the bag. It's gotta
Yeah, I mean, we haven't been anywhere else.
That is weird.
I know they were both there before. I don't have it.
Oh, here it is.
Ah, we found the other part of the cat.
This ear, like Mike Tyson, with the ear of the
Yeah.
like the ear in the king guy in the Bible. Who done cut the ear off the guard and Jesus put it back on. Let's see. assembling the ears. I got a necklace of ears from there.
Oh my god. What was funny was when you put it on before, they weren't on top of your head, they were completely at the side. They looked like, you looked like you had like badger sideburns.
Badger seats. Maybe I should try to figure this out. I think.
You should like put this part at like triple speed and play that.
It'll fall right off.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure how that's supposed to work. Yeah, so we're having ear malfunctions here.
Technical difficulties.
And this is why actual like makeup artists in Hollywood make millions of dollars, except they probably don't.
And also, they usually have someone else doing the makeup for them. Yes.
Expanse fans, we have one of the largest Expanse panels ever assembled. Come listen to stories from the 8-year run of the best sci-fi show ever made. 4 p.m. in the Grand Ballroom, Hall 220A.
Yeah, it's been on my to-do list along with like 50,000 other shows.
The cribbings are just nasty things.
I don't know if you're going to want all of this footage.
Now, the trick to the Tribble here is it's got a little animated thing inside it. We had an animation team turn it on. Yep, my other white one, which still works. Houdini was a kitten. He went insane. Turned this thing on when Houdini was a kitten. It's a little bigger than this, and Houdini was like, see, it's
Yeah. What's awesome is like that sort of peppermint stripe pattern on it.
You know what'd be cool is you'd have Cheshire Cat colors. They need to do it. Anyway, so
But yeah, so
Con
that's
swag.
that's the con swag, and this is a sex toy that will be
I just
put into use later. Not on YouTube. That'll be on
this is
the,
probably YouTube.
the secret XTube account that we don't have.
This is YouTube.
Yeah.
And there's no music in the background. I think you're okay.
Yes. For once, unless I start singing like a copyrighted, let me start belting out some Lady Gaga so we can be flagged.
Even Adam Savage mentioned he was all like the copyright thing. Well, I figure after it's done, it shouldn't be like, you know.
Yeah, well, that's a whole other rant, but yeah, copyright is interesting because Winnie the Pooh just became public domain. Not necessarily the Disney version, but the characters in the original books. So within like 6 months of that happening, somebody's already cranked out a slasher movie about Winnie the Pooh.
Ronald Dahl. Yeah, so
But anyway.
So yeah, the copy. Well, that would stop doing something. Something really good.
Thanks, BB-8.
It's killing me now. What does it say when it is?
Not as full of houses and
Look, this is where we do the house stroll. Right through here. How we do the house stroll. Okay. We just strut along. The house stroll. Like I'm on a runway or something. The house stroll. Do the house stroll. See, you can do that. The house stroll. See, it's like this. The house stroll. Because we can.
Yes, because I spent a lot.
So you see, Mark's cards will not be here tomorrow, but I will be here to cover the panel.
One and done for me, but
The panel?
part two,
Yeah.
you'll have to tell me if I miss anything.
No, I don't know if any of the actors go after George Takei and say something embarrassing to him.
Yeah, I do regret that he's only talking tomorrow, so I'm going to miss out on him. But we got to see Christopher Lloyd.
Who is very, very old.
He's getting kind of crispy up there, but hey, he's still he tells a good story.
Yeah. So yeah, that's here we are. Okay, Silicon Valley Comic Con picture gallery thing. Here we have Star Wars characters. Comment on every picture, but yeah. Mandalorian characters. Mandalorian was, well, the actual Boba Fett was on camera for 6 minutes. Yeah, this one is faster. So we have the Terracotta Warriors, Marvel Terracotta Warriors. Yeah, this one is a little faster. So we have helmets. So yeah, so we have. Let's see. We're going through Mark's cards' version of the pictures. We have Alien from Alien. Alien, and so let's see, we're going through that. Oh yeah, the guests are in the background. Mark's cards, a close up of the bridge look more real. Backdrop bridge. The pictures are out of sequence. There's later on. There's the other bridge. And then Mark's cards first. It's hilarious. So this is from Chimera. Not really. Anyway, so we have the alien, the Jedi fight. We have apparently, actually, it's supposed to be Darth Maul fighting the other guy. I thought it was the other guy. No, it's Darth Maul fighting Kylo Ren, sort of. Yeah, so it's a little clearer. Here we have pointy beaver thing. The beer mug, root beer mug. It was root beer place. Root beer and sarsaparilla and stuff like that. He lost his mug in the park garage on the way out, but I got him another one on Sunday. So I got him a replacement. I also had to get sarsaparilla. That is another YouTuber named Esther, I think, yeah, so she was cute, so, and she was willing to be in pictures. So cool. Yes, Esther Ethel. Anyway, so here we have, awesome. So we have Godzilla, Mecha Godzilla. Godzilla. And you're interrupting what I'm watching. So we have a Deadpool. We have Deadpool. Further along the Wally. Yeah, there's a Wally part. Up on the stage, there's Adam Savage on the stage with a handler. That's a bit later. We have. We can use some of the other narrative too, but it's just me talking about the slides. And there's our what we call the stupid selfie. Sort of like a weird conglomerate of Clark and Ratzler, and Fuzzy Face and the other ones. So I was. Yeah, there's Adam Savage. His handler, not Adam Savage. And later on, the handler was there on Sunday. And then he was in the costume, and the handler was there. So, so it was clearly him over the Mando costumes. But yeah, it was R2D2 that was all cleaned up. Talked about that. And Adam Savage was talking about there he is in full regalia as a NASA tech guy. Yeah, talking about all kinds of things. If you want to see the actual video, we couldn't show that. If you want to see this actual video,
It's online. You can find Silicon Valley Comic Con 2022 website. You can go to the other websites and fan sites and watch this officially, because it was on screen, so they were recording it. You can see him talking and then the NASA thing. Don't need to go into all the narrative of what he said because it's already out there. You just want you to watch. Yeah. Talking about it, almost, yeah. Yeah. So where you have the jump to the NASA guy. This guy's actually a live broadcast from the space station. This guy up on the space station. Yeah. So, yeah, it's a different clip than the other one. The candy clip. That was changed. Yeah. It melted. Yeah, that's still a little odd there, but yeah, I'm not sure why he clipped so many pictures of that. I'm not sure what I'm doing in that shot. Being less like Raxler, more like Carrie from Star Wars. So we have the cowpoke hat, which isn't really, it's a migrant. And we have Marx cards doing a silly picture. Yeah, so where we were in a break of candy before. I'm just going through each picture because let's go back to the 555. 555. Okay, that's back with the grinning Carrie, and then the NASA. Back to that, and so we're watching this. It's a Grimace with battle armor. I think that's a crossover between two different things. I think he's, but I just don't know what show he's referring to, or it could be their own thing. And that is a sort of a Hela statue. And then we have an alien, the alien from before, different alien. And yeah, there's the alien and the girl. So we're trying to get. I think that's the handler of the alien because I can't see in that costume. And there's the Star Trek figure of the now he's doing the Carrie character, and the Cillian character. There's your Cillian live action Cillian Calcat that you get to see there, which is awesome. Live action Cillian Calcat, of which only 2 other people got the joke. There were 1 or 2 of the fans there from our channel that got it, other than us, which was awesome. So, yes. But no one said, "Are you trying to be Calcat?" They said, "Are you Calcat?" So there you go. No. But yeah, here's the car, Shelby car. Yeah, so this is all mixed in the same time period with I think some of them are Marx cards pictures mixed in with Calcat pictures, which is like a little out of sequence, but that's fine. Here we have a dinosaur. The Stellar Girl goes much later. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on with this series of pictures, but that's fine because it's a slideshow and it's narrated. And it works, so sure, why not? There's a rover again from before, and then you go by. No. There's but oh, she cut that out. Now there's some stuff in there that's like, wait a minute, yeah. We didn't intend that. There's a Darth Maul. It looks like a relatively cheapy saber. Oh, that's Captain Mexico instead of Captain America, and he has a lightsaber sword, which is funny. I mean, yeah, Captain Mexico. So that's where Rio's from Star Trek. That's here we have the Poison Ivy and an alien. It's not a Borg. I don't think she's a Borg. She's from something else. Death Note, maybe. But yeah. Although the lady that played the Borg was the co-host of the host lady stage. One of the ones that played him. but then said she wasn't. So that was an Iron Man one. So yeah. That would appear to be David Gerrold, Zombie King. Yes, there was a zombie. And that's one of the furry in the slideshow. Anyway, but yeah, this is just me narrating it. Kind of want to do that, get that over with, have that, okay. And there's don't know what a lot of the costumes are. I think he has like a Bat Bane or something. He's wearing a luchador mask. He's a luchador. But he's like a little dude. He's well, he's kind of buffed, but he's not tall. Behind the scenes, Star Wars Samurai, because that's awesome. Yeah, Star Wars Samurai, because they're ripping off Samurai. And Samurai, the interesting thing is the Samurai movie was ripping off. Star Wars was ripping off the Seven Samurai movie, which was the Bandit movie, which was ripping off the Cowboy movie, which was ripping off Samurai. Then we have the owner of the rocket ship again, and I found the rocket ship. I filmed the tip. Blah, 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 just the tip. But yes, we have. Oh, that's the Robin Hood and Maid Marian from the Disney thing. Yeah, they're middle aged now, and they're it's all good. But yeah, there's a first and the other one. Really good looking set actually for a false perspective wall. Yeah. But yeah, so we have. Yeah, it was a set. There was like mostly a set. And there was like a little. Yeah, that's actually pretty cool. Yeah, it works. Live long and prosper. In front of the Millennium Falcon, just to be funny. Yes. Here is Rey and a droid. Now Rey is probably a kid, but the handler was right over there. There was no problem there. There were no contracts. You can't have any contracts. You don't have any anyway. So it's all right. But yeah. Let's see. Got a sort of a Mandalorian master guy and close up of BB-8, which actually moved in the video version. That moves around. Couldn't ironically go over his hand. And here we have Iron Man and Iron Man hanging out, which is awesome. And talking to Wally, which is the main thing there. That they're conversing with Wally. That's funny. And that was all animatronic too. Wit up the Rupton. Here we have the Iron Man again. And the guy taking his mask off. Why do that? And then we come to Christopher Lloyd. Christopher Lloyd, who seemed kind of feeble and dumb. Even though he's younger than my mother, by 2 years. He was tired already, so I put him on stage. Although, when they had to put him in old age makeup in the 2015 footage from Back to the Future 2, they put more wrinkles on him than he actually has in real life. Which is funny. Well, yeah. In 2022. Here we have some of the... Why are you making so much noise? There's a Captain Mexico again. That's actually a character. It's not really a Mickey Mouse. It's a character. It's a nibbler, I think. Poison Ivy again from before. A lot of the people were similar, so they showed up twice. There were a lot of people there, but they showed up twice. That is from something. Those little crow men. I just don't know what that's from. It could be Squid Game, and there's the girl from before. Yep. We'll find out what channel that is. Yeah. And so we have an R2 battle droid as well. About Mando and girlfriend. Or Mando and daughter. Probably girlfriend. We don't know what he looks like. There's a battle droid again. Battle droid R2D2. No, they know the cow cat costume. Their good one should be bigger. Yeah, looks like it repeats that one, but in a different spot. Some of them are Marx cards pictures, which is why they sort of repeat. Some of them are just repeated. So I'm not going to fix or change that. Just trying to put this all together and make it match somehow. And yeah, some mechs and from Guardians of the Galaxy. In that peach makeup. But yeah, and there's a blurry picture. So it doesn't matter exactly what I'm saying necessarily, because it's a slideshow, but I thought I would mention it, I guess. Well, let's play the other slideshow, which is shorter. Yeah, so we have cute things again. And yeah. But you can kind of see what's going on. So you don't really need narration, really. You can tell. Terracotta warriors on the other side. Here we go. Yeah, so there they are, the terracotta warriors. And the gremlin, Ramon of Zen. Then that's Gremlin Flasher. This is Calcat, the Calcatster. It's quite late on Saturday night, and so this is a very brief recap. The slideshow is really long this is for SiliCon 2022. Slideshow is really long, so we'll have plenty of time to go over that. It's just a recap. So we'll be able to do that while the slides are going. Yeah, Calcat and Marx cards were at the convention. We saw Adam Savage, an astronaut on the space station, Christopher Lloyd. Yeah, so we also saw the cast of the Expanse, but don't know anything about that. And Kyle Hill, who is the Because Science guy and the Void guy, the facility guy from the internet. Numerous other people as well. About midnight. Our thing was, I think it was like during the afternoon, and I lapsed into a Shubalafa voice just to do it. And Marx Cards was doing the regular sort of pseudo poser voice that we usually do for that one. We're both very much techie nerd geeks. I had a Star Trek outfit on. Of course, somebody recognizes United Bajor one thing on the lapel. We showed off our con swag. There was no music during that scene, so we get to see that. Yeah, I get to see that uncut. We have 37 minutes of video footage thus far, and another 20 minutes of looks like a slideshow. In which case we can discuss the convention at all. There was a scary guy who asked said he was stalking Christopher Lloyd. But then it ended up it was him and his wife. That was kind of weird. And he was wearing like a military type hat, but he probably was just a fan. He sounded quite insane. But nothing happened. There was a Karen lady that pushed us back had everybody in the back row wanted everyone to leave before the Christopher Lloyd show to clear the aisle, but nobody did. So there were the Burritozilla place is not called Burritozilla, it's called Iguanas. There's one by Marx Card's house, which really sucks. The one by San Jose State kind of sucks. But we went there and had a giant burrito. At the very end, we were greeted by near the end, we were greeted by a Trekkie dressed as a Uhura, who was quite white and pale. Who was pretty, who was chatted us up about wanted a picture with us because I had Star Trek outfit on, and yeah. Her name was Esther. Was it Esther? Queen Esther. Was it Esther? It wasn't Stella. It was Esther. Anyway, I think that's what it was. Anyway. Oh yes, David Gerrold was there. And we acknowledged the fan film. And we made a fan film out of the script. Gave him a byline. And David Gerrold was okay with that. We said, what kind of fan film? I said, well, with action figures. I thought, well, that's fine, I guess. That was about it. So, yeah. So maybe you've seen it. Also, we picked up a peppermint colored tribble from him, signed. And it was decided that if we do when we do next season, that because the Mike Matthews character and the Rich Everson character, basically Mike Stallo's kind of Rich Evans, got not only shout outs and mentioned as parodies in Starship locations, that Jay Bownham wanted in on it, because he so much just hinted at it in some of the more recent episodes of Red Letter Media. He's all, why am I not included in their weird fan film you guys keep talking about? Why am I not there? I'm there half the time. So yes, Jay is going to be Jay Bird, and he's going to be the pseudo villain, and he's going to have genetically engineered the peppermint-looking tribble to destroy the crew. Of course, it won't. It'll be comedy. But yes, because it won't. Because the twist would be that his experiment fails to kill anybody. Not quite the opposite. So we'll do something about that episode. And that is pretty much it for the recap. I don't really want to recap too much. It's late. Convention officially ended at 7. Mark's car's had a migraine. That's uncommon. He gets those sometimes. And so we'll end at about 6:30, 7. But we it's all wrapping up. Tomorrow is day 2. That'll just be Calcat. I'll learn all about. Well, we just did a Transformers Mush that we released Lexicon's penultimate episode. Just one more. It's a 2-parter, but it's going to be aired as one. And although initially I said MC Kim could direct, it probably isn't actually really. It's Kelly Bullock's drag, or Calicat in drag, as MC Kim with a beard. Yeah. So tomorrow is the final day. So it's the penultimate day and the final day of SiliCon. Adam Savage does not want to work with Jamie Heineman anymore. Christopher Lloyd liked everyone. And Christopher Lloyd liked everyone he worked with. Even Danny DeVito. Even William Shatner. So that's pretty much it.
A little after 10 on day 2 mentioned. There's a little music in the background. Yeah, so.
Right. It was a pretty wild night, so they probably are all in their hotel rooms all drunk and hungover, so they're gonna have to find a cup of coffee to get the coffee. I only had a bagel, so that's appropriate. A bagel. So, yeah.
Adam Savage. He just went that way. He said bye. He said hi to me. It was awesome. It was awesome.
Just a moment ago, over there, Adam Savage and his handler, they walked right by me and said hi. Awesome. So yeah, it was just, it was awesome. Yeah. So I got a signed copy of Blood and Fire and the fan film that was made of Blood and Fire. So oh yeah, I gotta have that. So David Gerrold, and I asked him if he wanted to do Discovery or Strange New Worlds, and he's like, I don't want to talk about those shows. So apparently he tried, and they were like, yeah, we don't watch. Oh, that's messed up. So yeah, they would do that on the show now. But no, apparently he didn't have any good experience with the Discovery cast. Oh well, that's still awesome. Still awesome though. Ancient Chimera. You'd heard of it. Anyway, so yeah.
They're not actually Wally's are the robot.
You didn't see the picture? So in the Mercury.
Cool.
So one of the con people, well, just one of the people selling the con swag, looks like Grace Lee Whitney when she was young, well, younger. So I commented on that. She didn't know who that was, even though she was familiar with the classic Trek. She should have. Janice Rand was in one season of the classic Trek as Yeoman Rand. But yes, anyway, so. Wasn't her, but obviously, because Grace Lee Whitney passed away many years ago. It could be her daughter or granddaughter. Anyway, just thought that would be interesting. Janice Rand would look like. She should have been in costume though, and maybe next year. So there was some crazy dude selling some kind of funky dunky paper. Check his garbage. Jeez. Yeah, I'm sticking up my butt. Maybe I'll hang on to it, pee on it later. Yeah. If it falls out, I don't care. So, we'll find some lunch. Just didn't have much breakfast neither. But I'm not going to have one of them thars. Just be careful. I was thinking about the Nassau people. And considering there's music playing in the background, ain't gonna matter. Yeah, so not gonna be much video out here.
This is that ginormous new building they were building over the past 5 years. And here we are at the boulevard. Red Nest. What about cameras? I see the infamous La Victoria is still here. And Jack of the Crack too. Jack the Crack. And that print shop. That's still okay. Well, I was only here like 6 months ago. 3 months ago. I don't need to go over there.
Yeah, so this time I'm not actually going on campus because I think there's a panel coming up, so I want to get back there for the panel. And yeah, so I will be able to stop at the candy store. The cow cat panel. Panel. Psst, I shouldn't see it.
But you know, that's always happy enough, yeah. Alright, that's it.
Who is about to come out, but he is a social media savant, an actor, a legend of stage and screen, an activist, an author.
This dried really cool. The tech people were just commenting on it. I'm not entering into the content. There's stuff that's way better than what I did. The dude next to me did like freaking gauntlets and stuff. They look awesome. So I can't. This is not in my wheelhouse though, doing a fantasy creature. Normally I do starships. You can try to check. Do video and walk around.
At this time, I'd like to invite all of the parties over to challenge
the heck? Go go.
Double the price, right?
I know.
I like it.
Look up the Fanime for San Francisco. Big event. My daughter might be.
No, I don't use the equal.
Here's the peacock. I have the peacock.
Very much there.
Where you get all your toys then?
I gotta take that
Jonah?
It's all wrapping up, and yeah, we had Marx cards here yesterday, and I was here today, and panels, and yes, the George Takei panel was lovely, and yeah, the painting down there. Also, there was the I'm not filming you, and I'm filming me, and yeah, there was a line for the books and stuff, but it was like, I'm not gonna do that. So yeah, so filming me. So the film so the penny books, and yeah, I'll just go into it later. Filming me. Yeah, so it's I can go back in there and I guess take more pictures, I guess. And really use up the film and stuff. Yeah, I'll do that. Yeah. So yeah, there's not gonna be much video. So this time around, yeah. There's a whole lot more than I have, really.
Oh. Let's go that way. There's the contest.
It's so fucking beautiful.
So they did the contest, but they were like way better than my space card. Way better. This is no time.
No judgment here. No.
Remember, it's one big enough. It's big.
Isn't over yet?
That makes a cool little like SBR. Yeah. You haven't seen it? Rough it down, and then when you it's all
Armored.
Star Wars.
Rumfield, man, I love that.
I'm like the only one.
Doctor Who right
I
there.
didn't see many Doctor Who characters today.
A few.
So this is going to be it. Whoever runs through the last minute here is, that's it. So, going to get on the CalCap show. I just can't. Maybe next year we won't have to wear these things. Maybe next year. So this is CalCap, the CalCapture, signing out from SiliCon 2022. Some con swag to show you later on. Whatever. Terracotta Warriors, and schedule, and alien heads, Star-Lord head, and some other stuff. Anyway, there's the Necronomicon and the other books of the dead things. Silly. But yeah, Wilson Ball and Carly Frankel, Kaylee Frankel, inspiration for the a character in the Starcrackers reboot that was canceled and was later included in SiliCon novels. Yeah, so they canceled that. Well, we'll have other opportunities to include her in the stories. So here's another one. That's George Takei in the background. Oh my. Yes, he likes oh my. So his cadre all had oh my shirts. It's George Takei. Blood and Fire, which was mentioned. I got it signed after that. The script and fan film. He had it. David Gerrold had it. There's Batman, who was the other Adam Savage guy. Adam Savage, the handler. And yeah, he's a man. So yeah, he's one of them. So yeah, so we have the thing. We have another Mando guy. You're kind of there. I am on the bridge again, and more Kirk appropriate thing. I did some Kirk voices and things. And we have me on the bridge of the starship. So somehow the Cillian thing has something to do with the bridge of the starship. But we do actually. That's a lady from NASA. That's a guy from NASA. NASA. That's a dude from NASA. Looks like the late Grant Imahara, but it's not. And they're all talking about the Viper probe mission to the South Pole of Luna, the moon, which they should name part of it Alu Space after Robotech, just to be nerds. That would be awesome. Oh, that's the food, yeah. 501st Legion, Golden Gate Garrison, and they were doing a little sketch out there, sort of a sketch. Across the street, they had the Gay Pride Parade drag queen special behind roped off fences. Yeah. So they were doing that. Lots of cop cars out there. Protesters weren't protesting the drag queens. They were protesting the convention. You didn't get any footage of it. Anyway, so we have yeah. There's the mug, the sequel mug. Low key. That's a furry in his outfit. And that's another furry in his outfit. So even though that's this adorable looking fox dude, under the makeup it's a silver fox
literally old guy who has been to all the APSA. He's been to all, and he's online. Go and check him out. So yeah, he's here. We have a Tinkerbell. So yeah, Fox APSA. So if you want to go look that up, and he's behind the scenes of all Fanime. And there's a Tinkerbell. And there's an alien, a warrior, I guess. Yeah, probably after that Predator Prey. That's funny. Pixar Land. That's actually very clever. They had a TV guy to it. There's the crow. Those crow people are from something. From some manga. I don't know what it is. Maybe they're the main bad guys from Squid Game. I think so. From something else. But here we have some heads. Didn't want to get ahead. There's a ghost, but there were other Ghostbusters, and they were all very good costumes. There's one of them. There were a bunch of other ones. Only got one or two. Here we have a armor suit. Here we have a blurry picture of one of the Borg ladies from years ago, who was like, "I'm not a Borg." That was her. I'm a punk rocker, not a Borg. It's Mr. Sulu. It's George Takei. Oh my. Who's been gay and married since he was 61, and now he's 80 something. So a little over 22 years, something like that. Yeah. So. Oh my. The thing is, there's his husband. Yeah, the pink outfit. That's not that. That's someone else. That's a horror host guy. Current one, a horror star guy. Current. Knows John Stanley. Excellent in his video. He was chasing Shatner's daughter. So. There's the board on the video. Yeah, Labyrinth guy. There's another Star Trek guy from the current iteration with his wife. Next, I think they also have a blog. They do too, I'm just not sure what. But yes, there's some cosplay actual people that are kind of semi-famous. And they might identify themselves in the slideshow. Some Star Wars guy. I could center them better, put them in order, edit a movie version of all of the slides together, make it spooky or creepy or something, but I haven't done that yet. I just wanted to go through the slideshows, narrate them, and then end narration, and then go on to the next thing. And then you have the whole, there's the Squid Game guy. Then you have the whole the thing. That is actually really accurate too. And then there's a Master Chief. Later on, there's a picture of a Master Chief took his helmet off. I said, "Oh, Master Chief doesn't take his helmet off." The guys are like, "Yeah, but I'm the one from the TV show where he does." Yeah, but the TV show sucks. Yes, the TV show of Halo is not good. Here we have the, but I haven't really seen it, so I don't know whatever. I don't know. It might be great. It might all be good. No, it's not if he takes his helmet. But here we have the Avengers. Yeah. Different Iron Men. And Punisher. Short for a Punisher, but he's a Punisher. Maybe he's a kid. But yeah. So yeah, it's interesting. There's the alien. Close it off with the alien having attacked us and eaten us. I could do something with this narrative. Yes. So there you are. That's it. There it is. Yeah. going to show you the con swag from day 2, and then do a recap of both days. Yes, the convention. Tail and ears. First day we got the tail and ears. Tail and ears. Cool. And the Space Cat mouse pad. I know there's other stuff of that from before. Oh yeah, had from an earlier one. Oh, so here I am. They're lighting the whole set rigging upstairs. It's now a studio up there. Now has a computer and everything up there. Because inadvertently, at the end of the convention, the wall socket died. Replaced the wall socket, but we're not going to put that computer back. There'll be some other computer at some point. But that's not where the editing bay. The editing bay is now upstairs with the right in the studio. Which makes more sense. The editing bay is right there. So whenever we do story, we go right to the studio. So we do a scene that we have to reshoot, it's right there. Literally right there. So yeah. Let's see what we've got in here. First thing I pulled out of the bag of tricks is Shinjanor. I met the guy who played the monster, and he chases William Shatner's second daughter in the kitchen. Shinjanor. This is going to be our Halloween treat, I think. It'll be fun. It's Halloween. Coming up in a couple months. And then, of course, Valerie Frankel. We said Finkel in the SiliCon version, but it's Frankel. Because we didn't want to say it actually is her, even though it doesn't. The other girl was Katie Kurtz. It's Kate Terror. And she said, well, I hope my character didn't do anything weird. No. Anyway, so we have, yes, Marx cards. Here you go. Here's your mug. I did drink root beer out of it. So I went to the root beer place and I got another one. Drank some sarsaparilla out of this one. So I'll have to wash it. But here's Marx cards. He lost his mug at the carport. Now he has a mug. But I drank out of it. Let's wash it. And so yeah, the sarsaparilla root beer. And also, because he got the D&D, it's a Fox. D&D Fox. I also got my own D&D Fox. He is playing Dungeons & Dragons. Because after all, as Mark's cards reminded me yesterday, we did play that in junior college. So. And San Jose State, which was. So yeah, we're technically there. We weren't very good at it. But yes, I'm getting into triples. Here's the official license swag from the convention. The official convention shirt. SiliCon 2023 shirt. So yeah, there's the official shirt. You can see the lighting here is better. The Rock Jam's thing is her tripod. Here we have. You stick all of this down there because there is actually no other room. I didn't rearrange this properly. So there's actually no room for any of this. Valerie Frankel was there with her, I guess her father? If it's actually her husband, apologies. But I think it was her father. Anyway, who was also selling books. And here we have the Peppermint Stripe Tribble, which has been turned off. And there's the tail and ears, which fell off again, but we found them. Also, we have. So we were discussing Blood and Fire in the episode that we saw that they did for Star Trek Continues. David Gerrold went back there and he happened to have the script from the 2000 revision, Star Trek Phase 2 revision. He had the actual shooting script and signed it of Blood and Fire, which was a TNG episode that was rejected by them. And I asked him if now he would work for Star Trek Discovery and Strange New Worlds, which would actually include gay characters. And he's all, I don't want to talk about that. And to clarify that story, I'm assuming that they stole his idea for Stamets and the Doctor, because it's kind of in this one, and didn't give him credit. Except they chickened out because in season 1 they killed the Doctor, and then they realized, oh, that's killing the gay, so to bring him back. So they brought him back stupid, like a demigod. But then they forgot that he was a demigod. It was like, what? Why not just not kill him? That'd be a good idea. Here is Blood and Fire. Back in the 80s, they didn't want to tackle AIDS. It's a Star Trek story, so it became symbiosis, not justice. I was wrong yesterday. Symbiosis. They rewrote it heavily so that it was just about drugs, but not about why they were taking the drugs, which was the reason they were taking the drugs in the story is they had space AIDS. Sounds offensive, but back then would have been shocking. You didn't want to be shocking back then. Blood and Fire. And don't worry, we're not adapting this story. No. The properties of lavicles are in constant flux. That is why your tricorder readings are confused. We'll need a magnetronic deconstructor to isolate the transitions. There was a the person selling me, one of the people selling me con swag, official SiliCon con swag, looked like Janice Rand from Star Trek, but like a young version of her. She didn't know who that was, which is weird, but she almost revealed her age by saying she was young during the original series. She was a little older than me. But yeah, I'm guessing she's Martha's age. So. Yeah, let's leave it at that. She's Martha's age. Yeah, so. I revealed my age by saying Next Generation started. I was about the same age as Will Wheaton. Yeah. I'm actually, I think I'm actually younger than Will Wheaton. I'm not sure. I think if he's 70, April's 71. I'm older. I'm a little older than Will. That's right. I'm a little older. That's right. Just a little bit. Of course, if I was playing Nick and Carno, I'm supposed to be older. Except Robbie McNeil is Martha's age. He's actually playing somebody younger. Anyway, so, yeah. You can't have a better boat or a greater fleet than that. Godspeed, Mikhail Bodell. Godspeed. Godspeed, Alex. Freeman Kirk. Godspeed. And fair sailing. Boing. Yeah. Put end. Huh. Yeah, this is not going to be an adaptation. Somebody's already done it, so. I did clarify the action figure story thing. I mentioned it yesterday. And he was a little more interested. Gerald, and he was like, oh, I think I've seen some of that. Yeah, interesting. So he looked it up last night. He looked up the trailer. Watched a few seconds of it. Or the trailer, I'm guessing. So yeah, this is kind of cool. That's okay. He probably preferred it to be live action, but we don't have that technology. All of them, yeah. That was day 1 and day 2 kind of meshed together. Their character appearances. Early on day 2, Adam Savage and his handler were heading over. There was a handler. We're heading over to the costume place to put his costume on. Later on, he showed up as a Mandalorian type character. Yeah, it was him. And again, there was another guy that was his buddy that was dressed as a Dark Knight. It was his buddy. Different walk. Dark Knight guy. Different walk. No. So yeah, a Mandalorian character. Huh. The 501st did a display thing out in the Stormtrooper people. There was briefly a Ghostbuster thing, but it kind of broke up and everybody went their separate ways. So that was there. There was an art contest, and there were arts and craftsy stuff, and an hour to kill before the Sulu thing, and I did some artwork. Ooh, I sat next to this older dude, grandfather dude, I'm assuming, and his kids. They were probably teenagers, I would guess. The slightly older, heftier one looked like him, but it was teenagers, yeah. So I decided to do something that was not in my wheelhouse. Since I usually do sci-fi ships and things like that, since it was kind of watercolor oil paints on foam canvas. Normally you would make like a foam bracelet or gauntlet, and he did, and they looked really cool. And I didn't want to hot glue anything. I didn't want to mess with gauntlets and stuff. I figured I would do a dragon character backdrop, and I kept going over and over again. It's too much paint everywhere. I was making a horrible mess. But I managed to come up with something that resembles a living ship dragon thing flying in space. So instead of buying an artwork that looked like this, I drew that. I painted that. That is an original Cal-Cat right there. And in the right light, because of the way I glossed it, it pops right off the screen. That is freaking cool. It's kind of furry looking. That is awesome. That turned out really awesome when I dried. Wow, that is freaking cool. Yeah, it looks like a steel. Martha thought it looked like a spaceship. No, it's a dragon. It's a dragon. I'm assuming he's afloat in space. It could be a living ship. That'd be cool, like a Slatarian living ship. There he is. And the way the light hits it, it's like, it just goes, pops right off the screen. Ooh. That is freaking cool. That turned out awesome. That did turn out awesome. But there's his leg. There, and his other leg right there. There's his back and his front leg. He's not really fat. It's just that his other leg, the right leg, is right there. Underneath him, and his left leg's right. Yeah. So. Yeah, he's not fat. He's just like maybe folding his wings on top of his legs a little bit. Yeah, maybe that's what that is. It's his wing. Because he probably flies. He's a dragon. Excellent. That is really cool. That's the opera from last year. That was someone else. The opera. That's from something else. And there's some Transform stuff. So, fun swag. Blood and Fire. Yes. Convention recaps. So, really an Adamacon panel. Not really. And this recap is not going to be very long. Marx cards was there the first day, but then I started to get a migraine by the end of the day, so we didn't do really anything after 5 day 1, 6 on day 1. You did paper. It did paper wolf, and it did misplace his mug, but as you can see, we got another one, so we can have that one. We have two mugs down there on the floor. So cool. David Bones. Oh, here's a line from Dr. McCoy. You're not the only one who can disobey an order. You want to save them? So do it. So do I. Now let me do my goddamn job. Bones. Fun. Good luck. Spawn. Oh, there's a Yar in this. That's interesting. Blodgett and Yar. What if it's an ancestor of Tasha Yar? That'd be kind of cool. Yeah. And there's a Karen in it, but it's spelled differently. It's spelled Karen. K-A-R-O-N. As the Tribble story, we figured out that that we had used anagrams or versions, parody spoofs of Mike and Rich from Red Letter Media because in the story, because we wanted to. In the Starship Locations story, they appear in a couple of episodes of the first season, Strange Worlds, because we used their Star Trek Galaxy story in another one of their story ideas as a plot with the Picard one. As a plot device in the story, so the Picard two-parter one and the Galaxy one were used as an episode. They find a crashed Galaxy class ship, and then the Picard one they discuss the Picard one. And we've been mentioned offhandedly on their show, Red Letter Media, that Rich was all, I'm just a real fan of Neelix for some reason. And we have Mike Sloska commenting that, well, they made me lore, which is funny. 'Cause that would work, actually. I'm lore. Yeah. but yes, but in the story they're called Rich Everson and Mike Matthews. But in a recent story that they were doing, Jay Bonham, the third character in their trilogy, in their triumvirate, popped in, and he was all, why wasn't I included in that fan film? Well, they're going to be included. He's going to be in one of them. We haven't written it, but it's going to involve the Candy Striped Tribble, which he has animated and made a living sentient creature to try and destroy the fleet or something. Haven't figured it out yet, but the Tribble in that one is going to be because it's subverting expectations. The Tribble is going to be a good Tribble. They're trying to make it evil and it didn't work. It's the joke. A good Tribble. He's figured out how to tame the bluegill Tribble hybrid thing. He tamed one. It's like, oh great. It was hilarious though that they had a mention of David Gerrold at the table today, that they had mentioned the line where the two actors were trying to say boyfriend over and over again because there's a boyfriend in it, but the two dudes that are together, and these two actors were trying to imitate Kirk saying that, and I guess the guy that played Kirk in the fan film and the other guy, and they just went off about doing Kirk imitations because it told her, it reminded me of the time that me and my friend, the guy you met yesterday, and another guy in Brian's story, we did something similar. we were rehearsing one of our fan things, and we all started quoting William Shatner, like back and forth. It's funny. It was surreal and weird. It was similar. William Shatner back and forth. So yes. Blood and Fire. No. This is the 2007 one. This came out in 2007, around the time of the location, the first YouTube channel. Well, okay, which was July of 2007. Our first YouTube channel. Yeah. Written and directed. Oh, he directed it too. That's awesome. Yep, it's a Giro. I mean, curmudgeonly Dr. McCoy. And the actors we saw included some NASA people who talked about going to the South Pole of the Moon. That was interesting today. Yesterday was Christopher Lloyd, and he seemed very tired, but he was amused and confused, a little confused. He is younger than Mom, but he was confused. He was going on about the different characters he played and stuff. And there was a Q&A session, and this one weird guy came up and said, "Oh, my wife and I have been pursuing you," or something. It's like, what the heck is he talking about? I thought he was going to go nuts or something. No, he was just wrong choice of words. But that's odd. You wanted to find Christopher Lloyd. It wasn't pursue. It was something similar. It was a tracking. We're tracking you. Makes sense. Somebody had a collection of old Star Trek movies. Oh, and I did go back to once again with back to the fake backdrop Kirk thing with the Kirk chair, and played with it. The second time they had a Kirk chair. Original classic Kirk chair, and I went up there and I hammed it up, and I was like, "Scotty, I need more warp speed," rolled it. "No, Captain, I cannot take the strain." And they're like, "Brother." Yes, that was funny. But yes, cannot take the strain, Captain. Jim, I'm Doctor, not a forklift. Yes. Yes, George Takei. I did see George Takei. Was there with his husband Brad. Oh my. I didn't get an autograph thing with him because it would have been like $50 or something. So I didn't get it. I didn't get an autograph thing. But I think I have one of his books, so I can go online and get another one of his books. Get Oh My, one of the other ones. Some people had Oh My shirts. I don't know where they got them. But, Oh My. It's weird because in Star Trek 6, what he says is, "My God," as they blow up Praxis. It wasn't actually Oh My originally. It's "My God." Somebody after the Sulu thing commented, these two guys were walking along, and they commented on the guy that was egging him along during the performance turned out to be his husband. And they're like, yeah, we were surprised. I don't know what's going on. He's like, yeah. And I said, well, the first time I met him, or I saw him, first time I saw the Brad character was in the infamous YouTube video where George Takei reads from 50 Shades of Grey. And he's got a cameo in there, and he says, "You want some Pepto-Bismol?" Something like that. And they were familiar with it. They'd heard of it. Yeah, I know. I thought we were going to see you met him or something. It's like, no, I didn't. We did see George Takei years ago. Oh my. I definitely remember that special from Star Trek back in the day when I was a teenager, and he's talking about the anniversary, the 20th anniversary, and the 25th one. I remember the 25th one. He mentioned the 25th one where Roddenberry came out on the stage and he was all sick and stuff. Yeah, I remember that. We did a lot of those. Yeah, totally. Yeah, he was not doing well. Roddenberry had passed away in November of 1991. He mixed up some of the dates of some of the people. He thought Doohan passed away after Nimoy, but no, Nimoy passed away in 2015, I believe. And Doohan was 2005, 10 years earlier. But yeah, Michelle Nichols was this year, a few weeks ago. We paid homage to her in our Tribble story, and the Tribble story was based on a David Gerrold story called Return to the Planet of the Tribbles. Ours was called The Great Tribble Hunt, and updated it for the next generation period post-Nemesis in 2402, and had them, and post-Picard season 2, really, technically. And yeah, so we had, also we had Tendi in it from Lord X. We made her a character. We played her. We didn't have the actress. Noella Wells was not in it. The actress wasn't the character. Yeah, I want to set that straight, that we didn't hire anybody from the actual show. Sonny Newsom was not in it either. But yes, fan film, yeah. Commented on it, said, oh, it's all mainly your voice, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, it is mainly. Some of it's true. in that fan film. Yeah. Yes, so we did some artwork stuff. They did a lot better than I did. And then they had like a contest, which would come with their art. The other stuff was way cooler. It was like, okay, yeah, I can't compete with that. It's the wrong colors and stuff. But yeah. Huh. Oh. It's funny that Martha saw that picture and thought it was a spaceship. Because it technically isn't supposed to be a spaceship. It's supposed to be a dragon. Oh, a dragon creature. I guess what that edge piece that's going fast as tail could be is it's actually its wing. It's just on the side like that. It's a wing. Yeah. It's a wing. So, yeah, so it's like, if you were to draw this, I'm thinking that this, if you were to draw like a realisticer one, that wing is sort of folding that way past the thigh. Yeah, so it's his wing. Then that makes sense. It's like, oh, okay, it's sort of like he's pulling back his wings a little bit to land, kind of thunk. The tail's coming up, so it's obviously stopping him. Yeah, so, anyways. The dragon guy. They really do comic books. Incidentally, the dragon took forever. Yeah. Kids. Kid. Yeah. Kids in there. My kid's was named Erica. It wasn't mine. It was not. But yeah, Erica. Anyway, no pictures of them. There were adults and children there, and they will most likely be in the background in pictures and video shots. But the guidelines, co-provide guidelines on YouTube, if someone's in the background and they walk by, that's not what they mean anyway. The copper guidelines were, you can't actually feature a child actor in your video. So that's not the case. So, yeah, or you can't make a video geared to children that's scary, which we don't do anyway. So. Now that's what they mean. Kind of confusing. They have let up on the copyright laws at Star Trek, though. They've let fan films come out again, which didn't frontier to David Gerrold. And I wasn't just pestering David Gerrold for a bunch of times. It's just that it was only like another maybe 6 minutes. It just seemed like it was a lot. I went on and did my own thing. But yes, the Valerie Frankel scene I mentioned. My grandmother's name was Estelle Knapp, so she knew, she remembered from before. Discussing stories and stuff. She was a parody story person. If anyone is close to a Cillian in the cast back then from Fanime and Big Wow, it's Frankel. So Frankel. She's one of the Cillians. So it's funny. In the Starcrackers reboot that didn't happen, she was the first officer to carry on the ship. Carrie was the captain. She was the first officer. I don't think that's going to happen, though. Because it wouldn't be her. It'd be Amanda, obviously. Rumsey, she would be in it as the first officer. And she would, from the church, and she would show up and be snarky. That hasn't happened. Or it wouldn't be Katie Kurtz. No. Anyway, I'm mentioning people from the church that are not involved in SiliTrack, but were on occasion involved in SiliTrack. So, doesn't matter. Yeah, this was a recap of the con, and we had fun, and sure, we put up a thing. I think there's about 30 minutes of video from day one, and probably less than that on day 2. It wasn't as big a thing as Fanime in many ways. I mean, there were plenty of people there, plenty of neat pictures, lots of pictures, costume characters. More so than, well, Fanime had costume pictures too, but they had more people doing. They had more of a dealer's room. This one was more of a trade and trinket dealer's room. It wasn't as it had a lot of the stuff the other ones do, but it didn't have Transformers. It had Marvel and DC stuff, comic book related stuff, more so than Transformers. Those Transformers was a Marvel comic. Star Trek was a DC comic. I think Star Trek was briefly Marvel too for a while. I think so. But yeah, it was so cool. Except for being forced to move the studio immediately after getting home. Everything was alright. But yes, probably just as well, because then it's fully up there, and then all and Adam Savage from yesterday was mentioning his space, and gave his room thing where everything is set up. He had a Glade machine, and he cut his hand. It freaked him out because that was what he did during the pandemic. He also made a gun, a prop gun. In honor of Grant Imahara, he made a prop gun of the Hellboy character. A giant, huge, like Western pistol thing that was gigantic, like a cannon, because he's a big, huge looking guy, alien demon thing, space. They had a shirt that had that little pentagram fox saying evil or something. It's like, nah, I don't know. I mean, I could have, but where would I wear it? Fine. I should wear it to the church group, yeah. The kids would be amused, but the adults would not. No, I didn't buy that. Anyway, so, yeah. Not adapting this, dude. Not. Just wanted to read it. It's already been done. Nope. Admiral Keegan, okay. Chekhov. Does he have just a K in his name? Oh, it's a plague ship. He has an interesting way of pacing the different actions in here with uppercase scripting, and then not in some places. Yeah, I guess because he directed it, he put in director's marks. Because he also wrote it and directed it. Oh, okay. That's fine. Repulsor field. Captain, the repulsor field on the Copernicus just went down and came back up. There's some residual malleability. Lieutenant Freeman, last one. Freeman. He's the one that Peter. Yes. Lose. Kind of fucked up. So yes, that was supposed to be Kyle. Had sort of a. It's funny that the Sulu revealed that actually James Doohan was more Irish than Scottish, but we knew that from before. Canadian. Oh, and some Canadian fans burst out about the Canadian stuff. And of course there were a slew of fans that said, "Oh my," after I said, "Oh my, oh my." But yes, Mr. Sulu. And I had this wet, that thing was wet too. And because it was wet on the table, the ushers were like, "You're sitting in the front in the first row because, yeah, we don't want anybody to step on that or what." Which was cool. I got to sit in the VIP row at the Sulu part. Awesome. So that's my random review of the convention. Root beer and stuff. I had a cherry fudge candy bar thing at that. After the that weird, I went to that weird sandwich shop that we didn't go into yesterday. Went to it today. You can see why we didn't go into it. It was really strange. It's kind of like a Charlie Lee's sandwiches. Kind of. It was not very impressive. Yeah, I think that's it. So that was SiliCon 2022. And this is a recap. And when we do the slideshow, when I do the slideshow, I will comment there as well. Things that happen. And yeah, most of the video content doesn't have music in the background, so you'll be able to hear some of that. Including our hilarious, strange cat and cards moment where where for some reason I did a Shubalafa voice and werewolf fuzzy face, well, it was supposed to be, and Marx cards was sort of Mako. But yeah, so fire. Oh, I'm gonna put this in there. Live long and prosper.